Come, King. Hi kids, good morning. You could see that King is much better. He can even run now, but he still needs to take his medication a little longer. You know, I thought about your question about COVID-19 and why does God allow COVID-19. I thought about it a lot this week. And I'll try to explain a bit more to you today. So first, we need to go back to last week. I told you about creation. Do you still remember? God created the whole world out of nothing. Each day he added a bit. The sky and the land, the water, the birds, and then the animals and Adam and Eve. Until on the sixth day, everything was done and everything looked beautiful. In fact, it was very good. It was perfect. I also showed you the picture with all the tigers just for fun, remember, so that you can count them. Kaylin and Kieran were very close with their number. The solution to the puzzle is that there are 16 tiger faces in the picture. You would have to have a closer look at it to find them all. Back to creation, kids. It's very important to understand that when the creation was completed, Adam and Eve had everything they needed to make them happy. They really had everything in the garden that they could wish for, everything they needed. You know, kids, for us it's the same. God has given us so much, each one of us. Family members who love us, different kinds of food that we eat every day, yummy food. We live in nice homes and you have many toys at home. Are you happy, kids? Are you giving thanks to God for all of this? Or do you want nicer things? Do you want more things all the time? This is what happened to Adam and Eve. Our Bible story today is from Genesis chapter 3. Adam and Eve thought that they had everything that they needed. And then came a serpent. It looks a little bit like a snail, but much more beautiful actually. It even had legs to begin with. And that serpent spoke to Eve about a tree in the middle of the garden that had fruits that God told Adam and Eve not to eat. And the serpent told Eve, "Go and eat. I'm sure it's okay if you do that. You will even become like God after you ate the fruit." So Eve looked at the fruit. It looked so yummy. So she ate some. And then she gave the fruit to Adam. Adam first wasn't sure if he should eat or not. But then he also ate some. This is not where the story ended, kids. You may know that God punished the serpent, and he punished Eve, and he punished Adam. But for us on our search for an answer on COVID-19, it is more important to remember that Adam and Eve had everything that they needed. They were in charge of the whole creation under God. But that wasn't enough for them. They wanted more. They wanted to be in charge without God. They wanted to be God. No COVID-19 yet, but we are getting closer, kids. For today, I want you to remember that God looks after us in wonderful ways. He wants us to enjoy the blessings that we have in our life. You know, in Singapore we have so much more than many other people in the world. God is really good to us. We need to be thankful to God for everything that we have. Many of us have so much more than what we even need. So you can give thanks to God every day with your mommy and your daddy and maybe with your siblings too. And a good time to do that is before you go to sleep in the evening. You pray to God and give thanks. The third lesson for today is that we need to be content with what God has given us. Sometimes our friends might have nicer things. Maybe they live in a bigger house or have nicer toys to play with. Thank God for how He has blessed them. No need to compare. No need to want the same or even more. If you find that difficult, you can ask God to teach you to be content. This is the Bible story for today. Next week, our story continues and we will find out why God allowed COVID-19 to happen. For today, bye from King and I. Please continue to pray that King's leg will heal completely. God bless you and your family. See you next week. Bye, kids.